Hey everyone, it's Clayton here, and today I'm going to be showing what I'm pretty sure is an Easter egg. It's a somewhat complicated process. It has to do with good old Ricktofen. Um, so I don't know, I'm going to show basically as far as I've gotten in this whole process. It has nothing to do with the achievement that has to do with that other guy. I can't remember his name. I believe it starts with an M. But yeah, I don't know. I'm just going to go through and show the whole process now, and yeah, and it's going to be a little bit long, but in the end you'll kind of see that it is I'm pretty sure it's an Easter egg. I could pretty much guarantee it. So yeah, just keep watching.
Let's get these lights on, people! This is definitely a thing.
Okay, so why I just showed that is because you actually need to be that character. Remember his voice and remember that shirt when he was building. You can see his voice in his shirt, so that's one way to check if you're that guy, if you're playing on single player. So after you are that character, you can actually hear Ricktofen. He'll be able to talk to you, and that's the whole reason why you should be him. It just makes it a whole hell of a lot easier because you'll be able to hear what he's trying to say to you and what he wants you to do. So yeah, that's just the first part. Okay, so now that you are the character that I mentioned earlier, we're going to need to go to the tunnel that is in between the starting location and the diner, and you'll find the first piece of the rock. It'll either be there or up on those stairs. Okay, so now that we have the first piece, we are going to go to the bar that is located in the town. It is the very last stop when you're riding the bus, and you're going to want to place this part. Now, I'm not going to show the placing of the other parts that I'm going to collect after this, but there are other few parts, and you'll have to add them all to the bench. Okay, so now we're getting the second piece. We're going to run straight into the fog after you were at the bar. Turn, and you'll go straight into the fog, and keep running. You'll be attacked by these guys if you have an upgraded meal weapon. They'll get taken out in 2 hits. It's pretty simple when you have an upgraded, like I have the Galva Knuckles there. It's 2 hits with that. From here, you're just going to want to run straight up, and you'll eventually see this light here. When you get to this light, you're going to want to turn a tiny little bit to your left. Well, not a tiny bit, but a little bit, like a decent amount. And then you'll eventually see this fire. And then when you get to the fire, go in this house, and it'll either be on the table, on the bed, or up on that shelf, and if it's not there, it'll be somewhere in that room. So yeah, now you're gonna have to go back and add that piece to the bench. Okay, now we are going to get the wires. They will either be located right under here as when I drop down, or up on this little piece over here. They'll be right there, and then up or on the barrels. And then after you have the piece, you'll go back and add them to the bench at the bar. Okay, so I also just wanted to mention that you're going to need to turn on the power when you go and pick up those pieces, so make sure you turn on the power and leave it on. When you go outside, then you'll hear Ricktofen talk to you, and he'll ask for the jet engine. And this is the whole reason why we're building the jet engine, because Richttofen's asking for it, and we got to bring it to this place in the cornfield. I'll show you in a bit. And then there's a few more steps after that. Okay, so let's get to the next part. Okay, so now to get the fourth and final part for the jet gun, you're going to want to take the bus until you eventually find the cornfield. And you're going to apply this light. It is the only light in all the cornfield. And once you go here, go underneath it, and then look, there'll be a pathway right beside it. Run straight down this pathway, and then once you get to the end, you'll turn left. Keep going, and eventually you're going to want to look to the right. Small pathway. And then once you get to the pathway, you're going to want to go and once you're in here, you're going to want to look on the shelf right there. Back there. And then it'll either be there, here, or Hey everyone, it's Clayton here, and today I'm going to be showing what I'm pretty sure. Okay, so now that you have the fourth and final part, we're going to go and build the jet gun. And after you build it, you're going to want to pick it up, and now that you've picked it up, you're going to receive a message from Richtofen. He'll ask you to bring it to the Ovalisk. So to bring it to the Ovalisk, I'm going to show that in the next step right now. Okay, so now to find the Ovalisk, and to do that, we're going to want to go in the cornfield again, and jump off the bus. Position yourself under the light, and then you can see these flames here. Run towards them just to the edge, and then as soon as you pass them, you'll see this little white car. There's a pathway behind it, and then just keep running down here. Watch this part of the video because it'll make it a lot easier getting to this location. And then once you're at, this is the Ovalisk right here, this location, and shoot off the gun, and keep holding right trigger until it explodes in your hand. It'll eventually explode in your hand, and you'll hear Ricktofen ask for Agent 1115. He needs that from the dead zombies. And I'm going to show you the next step.
A large group of Lebendigen Toten. Die haben Leurs me to see Ovalisk. That makes them go!
Okay, so the step I just showed was me. I hoarded up a whole bunch of, not a whole bunch really, there was probably probably 10 there, okay? Let's say there was 10. I hoarded them up at the Ovalisk, and as soon as I did that, Ricktofen contacts me again and says, that is a nice horde of zombies, lure them to the Ovalisk and make them go kaboom. After that, I have no clue. I've tried multiple things, so what I've tried is let me look here. So there's, I tried the jet gun. So I tried bringing like I didn't try with multiple, I only tried with one. But I got the jet gun there, and I, shot the guy, and they don't explode anyways. They just get, they get chopped to pieces when you use the jet gun. I tried monkey bombs as well, and that also didn't work. I tried nades, that didn't work. I tried the upgraded Olympia because it actually lights zombies on fire, but when I did that, it didn't really do anything, but it just killed zombies. None of them exploded or did kaboom or anything. I also tried the upgraded grenade launcher. The grenade launcher is the war machine. I upgraded that and used that, and it still didn't work. It didn't make them go kaboom. And I tried to burn zombies by getting them to run into the lava and getting them to come there, but it wasn't fast enough. They'd always just go out before they get there. Yeah, so I really don't know. I think it has to do with lighting zombies on fire, because that's really the only time they explode. The zombies explode when they're lit on fire, so I think it has to do with lighting them on fire and getting them to go there. Or I think that's the only thing I can really think of. So if you guys have any other ideas, or yeah, I don't know. That's the only thing I can think of. So yeah, leave some comments on what your ideas are, and thanks for watching, and comment, rate, subscribe. This is going to be the part 1. I will upload part 2 when I figure out what to do, and then that will be, I'll hopefully show the full Easter egg, just the part that I'm missing. I'll show that part, and then that will be the part 2. Oh, I also forgot to mention, see these green lights? They actually start doing this right after you cause the jet gun to explode. And they start flashing and going crazy, the lights. So I'm assuming that the lights have something to do with the next step. I can almost guarantee it, because the lights started doing that as soon as the jet gun blew up. So I don't know, I don't get it. There's got to be some way. But I don't know, I do think that those lights are involved with it. I can't guarantee it, but I'm pretty sure.